G'day mates! Today we have to talk about the phone call that every single Aussie family dreads. It happens in the blink of an eye, a fall in the kitchen, a sudden illness, or just a rapid march of time. Suddenly mum, dad, or even your partner cannot safely live at home anymore. They need round-the-clock care in a residential aged care facility. You are already stressed, you're emotional, and then you sit down with the nursing home manager. They slide a piece of paper across the desk. It says you need to pay them a deposit of $600,000, maybe even $800,000 just to get a room. Panic sets in. You don't have $800,000 in cash, but mum and dad own their home outright. A terrifying question hits you. Is the government going to force us to sell the family home? Are they going to take the house to pay for the nursing home? What happens to the inheritance we worked 40 years to build? There are a lot of rumours out there. There are horror stories of families losing everything. Today, I'm going to strip away the BS and give you the absolute, validated truth about the Australian aged care system. We are going to look at the rules of the RAD, the DAP, and the protected person loophole. I will show you exactly how the system targets your assets and the legal strategy smart families use to protect the family home from being swallowed whole. Grab a pen and paper. If you or your parents are over 65, you cannot afford to ignore this. Let's answer the big question straight away. Will the Australian government forcibly confiscate or seize your house to pay for aged care? No. The government does not send men in suits to change your locks and steal your property. But do not celebrate just yet. Because while they won't take your house, the financial rules of the aged care system are designed to put so much pressure on your cash flow that you might feel completely forced to sell it anyway. To understand why families end up selling, you have to understand the two different ways you pay for a bed in an Australian nursing home. When you enter aged care, the facility asks you to pay for your accommodation. They give you a choice between two confusing acronyms, the RAD or the DAP. The RAD stands for Refundable Accommodation Deposit. This is exactly what it sounds like. It is a massive lump sum payment. In 2026, a standard room can easily have a RAD of $500,000 to $800,000, depending on where you live. Here is the good news about the RAD. It is fully refundable. If you pay the $600,000, the nursing home holds it in trust. When you eventually pass away, that exact $600,000 is paid back to your estate and goes to your kids. The nursing home essentially keeps the interest it earns while they hold your money. But who has $600,000 sitting in a checking account? Almost nobody. So, if you cannot pay the massive lump sum, you have to choose the second option. The DAP stands for Daily Accommodation Payment. Because you didn't give them the $600,000 deposit, the nursing home charges you interest on the amount you owe them. Right now, the government set interest rate for the DAP is very high, often around 8%. If the room costs $600,000 and you don't pay the RAD, you will be charged roughly $48,000 a year in non-refundable DAP payments. That is nearly $130 a day just for the bed, and it does not include your daily care fees or medical costs. This is the exact moment families panic. They look at a $48,000 a year bill. They realise mum's age pension is only $28,000 a year, and they say, "We are going broke. We have to sell the house to pay the RAD." But wait, before you put the for sale sign up, you need to know about the ultimate shield. I want to pause this heavy topic for just a second. This week, this channel crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark, and the views have been absolutely flying. I'm just a straight-talking older bloke at a kitchen table, so to see over 1,000 of you putting your trust in me is deeply humbling. I want to make sure every single video I give you is deeply researched, high quality and packed with the truth. Because we are a community, we help each other out. I read your comments every day. So I have a question for you to answer in the comments today. Have you had to navigate the aged care system for your parents yet? Was it as confusing and stressful as everyone says? Drop your story in the comments below. Ask your questions. I will read every single one and I'll reply. We're going to sort these problems here together. Now, let's get back to the rules, because I need to show you how to save the family home.
The government is actually not heartless. They know that couples get separated when one gets sick and the other stays healthy. If one partner needs to go into a nursing home, but the other partner is still healthy enough to live in the family house, the house is classified as having a protected person living in it. If there is a protected person living in the house, the entire value of the home is 100% exempt from the aged care assets test. It is completely shielded. The healthy spouse does not have to move. They do not have to sell the home. They can stay there in peace. Centrelink will assess the sick partner's aged care fees based only on their other assets, like their super and bank accounts, ignoring the house entirely. This protected person shield also applies to a dependent child, or in some strict cases, a designated carer or close relative who has been living in the house and providing care for years. If you meet this criteria, do not let anyone pressure you into selling the home.
Now we come to the hardest scenario. What if you are single or your partner has already passed away? You need to go into aged care and the house is going to sit empty. There is no protected person left. In this case, the house is counted in your assets test for aged care. But there is a small mercy. The government caps the value of the home in their test. Even if your home is worth $2 million, for the aged care assets test, they currently cap its value at roughly $201,000. This stops your fees from going completely through the roof. But you still have the cash flow problem. You still have to pay that massive daily DAP fee. You have three choices.
Choice 1. Sell the house. This is the cleanest option. You sell the house, you pay the $600,000 RAD deposit in full. You have no daily interest fees to pay. The nursing home holds the $600K, and when you pass away, the full amount goes to your kids. It's simple, but it means letting go of the family home forever. Choice 2. The drawdown method. You keep the house empty. You choose to pay the daily DAP fee using whatever cash and super you have left. But be warned, paying $48,000 a year will drain your liquid savings incredibly fast. Once you run out of cash, the nursing home might let you deduct the daily fees from the RAD you owe them, but this is a complex financial maze. Choice 3. Rent it out. This is the strategy many smart families use to keep the property in the bloodline. Instead of selling, you keep the family home and you put tenants in it. The rental income you receive from the tenants is then used to pay the daily DAP fees for the nursing home. If the house rents for $800 a week, that's over $41,000 a year. That almost entirely covers the massive nursing home interest bill. You get to keep the family asset, it continues to grow in capital value, and it eventually gets passed down to your children in your will. The aged care system is not a scam, but it is a business. It relies heavily on families being exhausted, grieving, and confused by acronyms. When you get that terrifying phone call and you only have a week to find a nursing home bed, you are going to be in no state of mind to run complex financial math. People make massive mistakes when they are in a panic. They sell multi-million-dollar family assets just because someone handed them a confusing bill. You need to have this conversation with your partner and your kids today, while you are healthy, while you're sitting at the kitchen table with a clear head. Understand the difference between a RAD and a DAP. Know your rights as a protected person. Please, this area of law is incredibly complex. Do not use this video as your only plan. Use it to understand the rules and then go sit down with a specialised aged care financial planner. Tell them, I want to protect the family home. Show me how. If this video cleared up some of the fear for you, please hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the next deep dive. And jump into the comments. Let's talk about your experiences with the system. I'm the Retired Aussie. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.